10 things young CEOs do that older CEOs don't. It may seem that younger CEOs have an edge on their older, over 50 counterparts. They have more energy, they can take more risks, and they bring new ideas to the table. But as you'll see in our list of differences, both sides bring different skill sets, strengths, and weaknesses when it comes to leadership. So let's get started with 10 things young CEOs do that older CEOs don't. Number 10. Meditate or working out first thing in the morning. Square CEO Jack Dorsey meditates each morning, followed by a 6-mile jog, and he's not the only young executive to do so. This is a big change from the routines of older CEOs, because many older CEOs start their day staring at financial news channels like CNBC on television while they drink coffee. Virgin America CEO David Koch starts sending emails to his East Coast staff by 4:15 a.m., which must be a joy to see in one's inbox first thing in the morning. Apple CEO Tim Cook rises super early to crank out emails to employees and colleagues. Number 9. They create their own schedules. Ramit Chawla, founder of Fueled, starts his workday at 11 p.m. and pushes through work until 3:30 a.m., going to bed at 4 a.m. And he's not the only young CEO who works well outside the 9 to 5 range. Corey Neves, founder and CEO of Mr. Corey's Cookies, has to go to school first before working on building his cookie empire because he's 13 years old. He founded the company at age 5, working around that killer kindergarten schedule. The typical work routine clearly does not apply to all CEOs. One great aspect about being an entrepreneur is that you get to establish your own schedule, the one that works best for you. Number 8. Avoid insane work schedules. Apple's Tim Cook prides himself on being the first person into the office and the last one out. Ursula Burns, former CEO of Xerox and now chairperson of its board, often works until midnight before starting the next day before 5:30 a.m. On the other hand, many younger CEOs make a point of emphasizing about the fewer hours they put in and get the results. As a matter of fact, they may be onto something. A 2014 Stanford study found that productivity sharply decreases after 50 hours, and after 55 hours, there's no point in working anymore. Number 7. Reduce meetings. Younger CEOs may sleep a little later and work a few hours less, but they know just as well as their older counterparts that time equals money. And sitting in long meetings with no clear objective or time limit is a waste of both. Brand Yourself co-founder Patrick Ambron said his company meets just once a week to review goals, find out if anything went wrong, and start working to fix it. Number 6. Mentors. One thing younger CEOs do that is essentially timeless is they find a more experienced, usually older mentor who has already walked the path that they are on. This gives them an opportunity to learn the ropes at their company, build new business ideas, and learn how to interface with older people, particularly business investors and leaders. Number 5. They make family a priority. Zillow CEO and Hotwire co-founder Spencer Rascoff never goes into the office on weekends. With 3 kids, he wants to unplug and spend as much time with them as possible. If he is traveling, he flies home for the weekend no matter where he is, even if he has to be back in the same city the following week. Number 4. Get more social. You'll have no problem finding out what young CEOs think about the day's business, political, or global news. Many of them have already sounded off on Twitter about it. Elon Musk often updates the world on the latest doings at SpaceX before his PR flacks even have the chance to craft a message. Others like David Cobb just entertain readers on social media. Of course, quite a few older CEOs also understand and leverage social media to boost their image and their company stocks. One of them even managed to tweet his way into the presidency. Number 3. They take more risks. Younger CEOs naturally take more risks, and perhaps bigger risks than older CEOs. There are a number of factors working for them thanks to their age. They have more time left in their working life, hence the opportunity to attempt more than one risky venture. They can tolerate debt better than older CEOs. One of the key factors about this is that younger CEOs tend to work towards faster growth and keeping a company competitive, taking on debt and launching new initiatives, and they do this to spur sales and investor confidence. Number 2, they come from diverse walks of life. Young CEOs are jumping into the business world from many different walks of life, not just taking the business track at college. David Kopp, founder and CEO of Tumblr, was once a J.Crew model. Corey Neves is just finishing up middle school. Slack CEO and Flickr founder Stuart Butterfield has a master's degree in philosophy with a focus on biology, cognitive science, and philosophy of mind. Number 1, they think in terms of one day at a time. While consistency is important in a busy CEO's life, younger CEOs are learning that they have to evaluate and adjust their priorities in order to respond to changes. That's why more and more of the younger set are repeating the mantra that they take life day by day. VIP Waste Services co-founder Jesse Lears said he evaluates each day before he goes to bed, making sure the actions he took that day line up with his priorities. So, these were the 10 things young CEOs do that older CEOs don't. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.